Hey y'all, how we doing? Dustin Jones here, creator of the Senior Rehab Project. I wanted to hop on just to reflect about this past year. It's been kind of crazy year in many ways, but then also look forward to 2019 and just share some thoughts and some plans that we have in terms of the SRP team. So yeah, Troy just joined. Troy is a part of the SRP team, and I want to start off there just reflecting on 2018 to where this team really came together and really started to work together and to create content for you all, the viewers and the listeners. And man, I'm just very thankful to have people that share the same passion, that want to do the same things that I was doing all by myself for probably the first couple years. And so Troy is on here now. Yeah, yeah, day off for me, Troy. Um, Troy does the HH Recharge segment, so all things home health. He's been absolutely crushing that. Alyssa does the Old Not Weak segment. Nicole does State of the Sniff, and then Tali and Aaron, they do SR Prereqs. And I love just seeing these different people, different voices, different perspectives, just be able to create content, to do interviews, and to share their thoughts and opinions about topics that are pertinent to all of us that are working with older adults. And that's just been fun. It's just fun to, you know, open my phone and then go to the Senior Rehab Project podcast feed. And, I don't always keep up on what episodes are coming out. And then, I'll get in my car on Monday and see, oh, here's a new episode from Troy, and get to download it and listen to it, and just know that these people, we're all working together, fighting the same fight. So that makes me very happy, and just very thankful for all of them. And I want them to know that. I'm thankful for the community. So this year has been pretty, for us, it's been impressive in terms of the numbers of growth. So if we look at the community, and when I say the community, I feel like that's really the SRP Facebook group. That's where a lot of us interact regularly. That group has grown by 142% this past year. So a pretty big jump. So we have, I think, up to 2,500 clinicians now that are in that group. And it's just cool to go through there and just see all the questions, all the sharing of resources, just some really cool conversations in there. If you're not in that group, but you follow this page, there's a visit the group button on the SRP Facebook page, and you can get right in and you won't regret it. The podcast, the downloads overall in terms of, growth, it's increased by 216% since last year. So the podcast has been consistently getting lots of downloads. More and more people are listening to the podcast from all over the world. So that's really cool to see. I didn't expect it to be that way. I figured, we kind of level off, and, people would stop listening to the podcast at some point, but they're checking in week out, which is really, really exciting. And I hope you continue to do so. Another thing about the community that I'm starting to see, especially in other groups, and just getting tagged more and more in different posts on social media and getting more emails, is that this group, SRP, and I'm not talking about me, I'm not talking about even our team of Troy and Alyssa, Nicole, Aaron, Tali, but just kind of our community is being looked at as the group of people that are changing the face of Jerry PT. And that, is the goal, the mission of SRP, to get people thinking differently about how we can better serve older adults. And we're starting to see the fruit of that through, the social media interactions, the emails that we get, the conversations that we have. So that makes me very excited. I want to continue, pushing the needle forward. Another big thing in 2018 was continuing education courses. So this is something I never thought I was going to get into, but I am now teaching a course with Christina Previtt called Modern Management of the Older Adult. So that's with the Institute of Clinical Excellence. And we did our first online cohort a year ago. I think we did 4 or 5 of the online courses over this past year. We just had our first live course, and we've got about 7 booked for 2019 and maybe 8 here soon. So that's just kind of blown up, and I never expected it to progress this quickly, but I've really enjoyed it. I've kind of always pinned myself as a curious guy. I just want to talk to really, really smart people, the researchers, the academics, the clinicians that have been in the field for a while, and just kind of pick their brains. But I started to realize that I have learned a ton from talking to lots of different people and have some good experience. And so I kind of became willing to share that thanks to some nudging from Jeff Moore and Christina Previtt, and I haven't regretted it one bit. So that's been really fun, exciting. I would check out I'll put a link in the post to see, if we're going to be coming near you, because we're going to be all over the U.S. In 2019. Troy, we're actually going to be in Asheville, North Carolina. I need to give you the date on that one. I think it's in the middle of June, but I'll hit you up about that. So that's kind of looking back. Now looking forward. So we are currently in the process of kind of a rebrand of SRP. The brand, I think we've done a good job kind of organically creating this brand, and people probably know what we're about, but I want to make it very, very easy for the new people that come across SRP to know this is what this group is about, to not even have to waste any time or energy to try and dig a little bit to see what we do, how we can serve them, how we can make their lives easier, how we can make their lives better. So we're working on that rebranding process. It may involve a new logo, a new look, but if you follow this page, you'll definitely be able to see that. We're revamping the Game Changers program. So the Game Changers is a paid group for SRP. So we are looking to add some more benefits and features for that, as in, still continuing to review research with you all, get early access to interviews. Actually, when we are conducting the interview, that you can actually drop in, interact with the guests, and listen to it. Also provide some other resources in there as well. So we're going to be rolling that out probably within the next couple months. And Nicole Nexon is going to be kind of gearing that, or leading that. And I'm just really excited to see that grow, because we do need a more, I guess I'd say, intimate way to really mentor people, to provide some more in-depth content for those that really, really want to dig deeper into Jerry PT. I think we can serve them really well. And we're going to do that with revamping that program. And then also, I can't give all the details, but there's a big announcement coming more out of the Institute of Clinical Excellence. You'll hear it from them probably the end of probably February at some point. But we're going to have a partnership that we'll talk more about, in February. But it's basically going to allow SRP in this community to have a greater impact on society. Right now, we're just focused on clinicians, but we want to broaden our perspective on how can we just influence people, that we interact with online, offline, but then also how we can better serve you, the community. So that's going to be a big announcement. Just make sure that you're tuning in around February to this page. If you're on the email list, you'll definitely get an email. But that's going to be a very, very exciting change of events that Jeff Moore has been kind of leading over on the eye side of things. So yeah, we got a fun 2019 ahead. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing, just provide you with high quality content, evidence-based, to equip you to better serve your older adult patients. So y'all have fun tonight, make good decisions, and have a lovely end of your 2018, and hope 2019 treats you well. See ya.